Welcome back to Already Overbooked, and today we're going over an intense, action-packed, gritty world of Sledge versus the Labyrinth by the great Nick Horvath. This book is perfect for fans of John Wick and The Punisher. It is dark, it is high stakes, and it's filled with relentless thrill. During this non-spoiler review, I'm going to be going over the plot, the characters, the writing styles, the themes, and of course the pros and cons. So brace yourself for a descent into the dark, dangerous world of Sledge versus the Labyrinth. All right. The novel follows Sledge, who is a modern day warrior with a violent past who thought honestly he left the world of high stakes combat behind him. However, his past comes rushing back when his ex-lover Kira becomes the target of a deadly network of assassins known as the Labyrinth, which is an organization shrouded in mystery with deadly operatives lurking in its shadows. Unable to stand by, Sledge steps back into the life he thought he'd escaped to protect Kira. As he digs deeper into the Labyrinth's operation, Sledge starts to realize he's dealing with a far reaching network of elite killers, each more ruthless and skilled than the last. And the plot sees him battling through different operatives, each encounter testing his physical strength, his mental fortitude, and survival instincts. And with each fight, Sledge edges closer to unraveling the labyrinth's secrets, revealing layers of intrigue and betrayal that hint at a dangerous conspiracy. And along the way, Sledge reflects on his violent past and the toll it has taken on his life. So, jumping into the character, Sledge is a gritty, battle hardened protagonist who really carries the weight of a violent past and a reputation as a modern day gladiator. His character is defined by resilience, raw physical power, and a relentless drive to protect those who he cares about. Really, despite his own internal struggles that he has. Sledge's motivations are complex. His loyalty to Kira, paired with his own need for redemption, propels him to face life threatening challenges really head on. And throughout the novel, Sledge's journey showcases his physical and mental endurance. Kira, who is more than a love interest. Initially, she seems like a damsel in distress, but quickly proves to be an independent and resourceful character. Kira's motives are layered, and her connections to Sledge is complicated by her own past experiences and choices. And as the novel progresses, her character reveals depth, determination, and a fierce commitment to her goals, making her a compelling counterpart to Sledge. And throughout the novel, we have different assassins from the Labyrinth who serve as both an antagonist and reflection of the darker world that Sledge inhabits. Each operative is unique, presenting Sledge with different challenges that test his skill and resilience. While these characters might initially seem stereotypical villains, they are giving distinct personalities, motives, fighting styles, making each encounter memorable. Nick Horvath's writing style is very raw, gritty, persistent, which perfectly mirrors the intensity of the story. You can feel the inspiration from classic noir elements and intensity of 80s action movies. The prose are sharp and often primitive, especially during the action sequences where every punch, cut, and impact is vividly portrayed. And this style will immerse you fully into the violence and tension, making each fight feel immediate and pulse pounding. Nick Horvath avoids over embellishment, keeping descriptions straightforward, but with just enough detail to make different scenes in the novel very gritty and tangible. The story is driven by a relentless pace with little downtime between action scenes, and Nick uses shorter sentences and quick transitions to maintain the speed, pulling readers through the story in a way that reflects Sledge's own sense of urgency. Nick uses cliffhangers at the end of chapters and scenes to really sustain tension, ensuring that each section builds upon the previous one, ramping up the stakes. This technique will really go through and hook you, making it hard to put the book down as you follow Sledge through the journey of the Labyrinth's layers. So let's jump into the themes and the tones. At the heart of the story, it is a story of survival. Sledge is constantly navigating life threatening situations, and his willpower and resilience are tested against the Labyrinth's deadly operatives. This theme delves into what it takes to persevere in the face of overwhelming odds, to push through even when paths seem impossible. There are also themes of loyalty, trust, redemption, consequences of violence. In this world, it's very harsh and raw, filled with danger around every corner. The story does not shy away from the realities of violence, and it's clear that Sledge's journey isn't going to be an easy one. So the combination of these themes of survival, redemption, loyalty, paired with the gritty, suspenseful, and reflective tones makes this story more than just an action packed thriller. It's a complex story that resonates on both a primitive and emotional level, keeping you hooked while also giving you a lot to go through and think about. So it's time for the pros and cons. And of course, we're going to go through and jump with the pros. I'm just going to go through and run through the list. It is action packed, it's gritty atmosphere, it's compelling protagonist, unique premise, and a fast paced plot. All amazing pros to the story. Now, the cons, the novel is heavy on violence, which might not be for everyone. If you're sensitive to detailed descriptions of combat and brutality, this might feel a little excessive for you. There is an unrelenting intensity which can be overwhelming if you're looking for a story with more balance between action and quieter moments. While the premise is unique, there are some aspects of the plot that follow familiar action thriller tropes, such as the lone warrior facing off against a network of villains or the anti hero seeking redemption. For readers familiar with this genre, there's going to be certain plot points that may feel predictable. All right, let's wrap this up with my final thoughts and ratings on Sledge vs. the Labyrinth by Nick Horvath. I ended up giving this book a solid 9 out of 10 on my scale. That means I loved it. It's a high energy, action thrilled story with a gritty tone and with a relentless pace that keeps you grounded in a tough, shadowy world, blended with just enough psychological depth to create a riveting, dark, atmospheric read. So if you're ready for a wild ride, I highly recommend picking this one up. So thank you so much for watching. Drop in the comments if you're going to add this fantastic book to your TBR, or if you've already read it, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe. You know what to do. I'll see you in the next one.